Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I might answer the door, will you?
PJ, Nick.
Well, when was this? You told me last night. I was right. Mum got flat. So what was it, right? You're going to write a novel about it?
Well, you can definitely go.
Basically, we can warn the kid there. I don't just want them warned, I want them charged.
Seems to be the problem, Mr. Truesdale.
Seems to be. Here we go. Look, the next door neighbour's dog bit his wife. The animal's a bloody menace.
When did it happen?
Yesterday. The wife's put up with it, chasing the ducks and hassling the pigs, but when it bit her, that was it.
Oh, you asked them to keep it chained up?
They're so far bloody up themselves, they won't listen to me. I told them, in this country, if your animal wanders, it gets put down.
Yeah, all right, well, I'll send Constable Cooper out there to deal with it.
I'd go with you, but I've got to go into St David's to get some feed.
Ah, he's a big boy, he can deal with it. Does the dog have a name?
They call it Waffles. Stupid bloody poms.
Okay, you got Waffles' details, have you?
Yes, but look, Dash and Maggie are out in the car.
Oh, mate, give them a break. They're taking flowers to the cemetery.
Nick, I'm doing the property report here.
Now, you're not going to make me do this myself, are you? That's your first ride in a police car?
Yep.
Bit of fun, isn't it? Now, can you tell me what you and your friend were doing down the road?
I was looking for my dog and...
And what? Yeah? What?
I was scared he was going to go next door.
Well, why'd you be scared about that?
Mr. Truesdale said he'll do him if he catches him again.
That's no good, is it? Hey, I'll tell you what. I've heard a bit about old Waffles.
How do you know his name?
I'm a policeman. I know lots of things. Now, where's your mum?
It was not a bite. It was a nip. Joan Truesdale said herself it was her own fault. I hadn't grabbed him so hard. Does that look like a vicious dog to you?
Hey, you big hairy thing, come here. How are you? Hey?
He really likes you.
You reckon? Now, you listen to me, Waffles. You stay in your own patch. And don't run on the road under cars, especially when they're driven by me.
What about Mr. Truesdale? Is he going to do him?
Well, did our friend Waffles chase his ducks?
He was having a swim in the pond, that's all.
Come on. Come on. Look, not saying I wasn't annoyed. I was. But you'd think I'd had my arm ripped off the way Mel's going on.
Your husband's not very fond of the Armstrongs, is he?
Hates their guts. Up themselves poms, he calls them. Especially her. Drives Mel spare. But live and let live, that's what I say.
You right?
Oh, it'll pass. Just some flu bug I can't shake. Look, why don't you just go? Before Mel gets back. You'll only stir him up again.
All right, well, look, just tell him I've spoken to the Armstrongs, and if he wants to know any more, just give me a bell, I'll fill him in.
I'll do no such thing.
What'd you say to me?
I'll tell him that you said there's nothing the cops can do. That'll shut him up for a week or so.
Okay, so it's either the pink fizz or the orange ice. Or the shy cream. What do you think? It's your house.
good.
Oh, it's your room. You've got to live with it. I don't mind.
Gina?
PJ?
Excuse me.
How's that? That's not fair. I wasn't ready.
Don't argue with the umpire.
How can you be the umpire and the bowler at the same time? Where's Nick? He's out on the road, unfortunately.
This just goes to show you don't sit around on your fat butt when you're the boss.
Caught out, Cooper, wouldn't you say?
I think I'd better go. It's good to see you up and about, Tom.
Thank you. Don't mind me, I just came in to get a few things.
How you going?
Oh, not bad, not
What you
bad.
up to?
I thought I left some lures in the second.
Oh, those old handmade ones. I was going to pinch them for myself, but I put them over here. I thought you'd come back from. You left this too?
Oh, yeah, well, I won't tell Ted where you left it. God, 25 years, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, by the way, on passing the sergeant's course.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've started looking through the Gazette. You know.
Oh, you never know, you could end up with this place.
I'll get out of it.
Oh, well, since this, you know, well, I'm considering early retirement. Just weighing up my options. Well, yeah, in the meantime, look after the place for me.
I'll take care of yourself, Tom.
Yeah, you too.
So, what do the rest of the family think about Ian's headstone?
I think they really liked it. Mum got a bit teary.
Oh, boss.
See you soon.
Get that for you.
I'm perfectly capable of help.
Oh, well, it's pretty quiet around here.
Yeah, I can see that. You obviously don't need me.
Hey, Mr. Boss, how much extra leave are you taking?
The doctor said I'll know when I'm ready to come back.
Well, I mean, we all miss you very much.
Thank you, Noah. Afternoon. Excuse me.
Can I help you, mate?
Yes. The name's Armstrong, Philip Armstrong. Well, someone's just shot my Wagyu.
All right, well, I'll get in touch with Tibor about the autopsy.
Righto.
Autopsy?
It's necessary, darling. For the insurance, if nothing else.
Once the vets remove the bullet, we'll be able to determine what sort of gun was used.
You right?
Suppose you think I'm silly.
Why?
She was only a cow.
It still makes you feel bad, doesn't it?
Why does he hate us so much?
Who?
Mr. Truesdale. I heard him tell Mummy he'd like to shoot all our cows.
I'll keep trying to get hold of Truesdale.
Yeah, sure. What do you think of the old landscape up there?
You're going to be in charge a while longer than we thought, aren't you?
Do you have a problem with that, do you?
Me? Not at all.
Good.
Adam and Dash will be wrapped.
Aye.
Oh, let's face it, all we've done since Christmas is play games.
Well, it's been a bit quiet, you know that.
Yeah. And it's easy to take advantage of that when there's no boss around breathing down our necks.
Now, Margaret, we've been a man down. Since he's been gone, I've been doing the work of two men. There's no rule that says I've got to run the place the way he did, is there?
No. There's no rule that says you have to stay mates with everyone either.
No, there's not, is there? Well, good on you, Margaret. Thanks for sharing that with me.
How come I never heard about the Armstrongs until yesterday?
Well, they came out from the old country about 6 months ago. He's all right, but she's a total pain in the ass with her lady demeanour.
What about Truesdale?
Oh, we couldn't get onto him last night, so we'll drop in on the way back.
You do that, Maggie. And you see, these are the rosters. They're all yours from now on.
Morning.
Sorry I'm late. I got attacked by a magpie.
That nasty old magpie. Never Murray Dash. You know, no one's perfect, although Maggie tries her best. Constable Doyle, please secure your baton. Thank you. What time's the cow autopsy?
It's 10 o'clock, mate. We're on our way now. Steve-Ball, how are you?
Total five-band signs up all over the town. These people must be halfwits.
Actually, we're British.
How you going? You on the property?
Yes, I'm Elspeth Armstrong.
Right, I'm Senior Detective Hasham.
Good job I turned up early.
So what happened?
Well, there was this enormous fire. The place was deserted, so I had to call a CFA. She turned up just before you did.
She's not very worried, is she?
So where's the cow?
You're looking right at it.
Surely the ban doesn't apply to barbecues and incinerators.
No, it applies to everything, Mrs. Armstrong. Unless, of course, you got a permit.
Positively primitive.
Yeah, primitive and also enforceable by law, Mrs. Armstrong.
Well, I didn't like the fire. I took Annabelle to school and then I went shopping.
What about your husband, Mrs. Armstrong?
Of course not. He's gone to St. David's to see his broker.
PJ, this has been doused with something.
Well, who'd want to do such a thing?
Obviously somebody who wanted to destroy the evidence.
Which they've unfortunately succeeded in doing.
No, not at all. I still have plenty to go on here.
Plenty left for the entire neighbourhood. Oh, g'day, Mrs. A. How come I didn't get an invite to the barbie?
Excuse me.
Bloody pommy ignoramuses.
You'd be Malcolm Truesdale, wouldn't you?
What can I do for you?
Bovine spongy what?
Bovine spongiform encephalitis, BSE, mad cow disease.
There's no BSE in Australia, Mr. Truesdale.
There's no mistaking those symptoms. Abnormal posture, swaying, butting that gatepost like a crazy
Yeah, and when was a cow doing this?
Yesterday I saw it about 3:30. I told Liz.
Yeah, Liz. Who's Liz?
Mrs. Armstrong. I call her Liz on account of him being Phil. You know, Buckingham Palace corgis. We are not amused.
I saw that cow yesterday, Mr. Truesdale. There was nothing wrong with it.
I'm telling you the truth.
Are you now?
Yeah. It was staggering around all over the place, slobbering and everything. She denied it, of course.
Well, that's fair enough, considering the disease is confined mainly to the UK.
Humans get it. That's a well-known fact. And Poms would be the perfect carriers. Everyone knows they're soap dodgers.
What sort of gun do you own, Mr. Truesdale?
Don't have a gun. Haven't had a gun on the property in 7 years.
I really would prefer to speak to someone else.
Well, I'm afraid that it... my superior, you mean please go ahead. Acting Sergeant Schultz, this is Mrs. Armstrong. She would like a
Suit
word.
yourself. I don't know who shot your cow, lady, but whoever it was, I'd like to shake him by the hand.
Good on you, Mel. How can we do for you, Mrs. Armstrong?
Mrs. Armstrong would like to withdraw the case.
Sorry?
I simply can't see the point in dragging out this unfortunate business any further.
Don't you want to find out who shot and burnt your cow?
The animal's dead. Insurance will cover it. Can we just forget the business?
No, I'm afraid it's a bit more complex than that, Mrs. Armstrong.
Yeah, lighting a fire in a restricted season is a serious matter.
Yes, of course. I do see that. I'm sorry.
Something to wash his hands in.
I don't serve beer to heart attack victims.
Cheers. Hey, look who's here, Mrs. Elspeth Armstrong, otherwise known as Lady Muck.
Keith? Can I get you something?
Gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic. Very nice. Bit warm.
Shocking.
I love a sunburned country, a land of sweeping plains.
Keith, give it a rest. You're a palm yourself.
That was years ago, and I took the oath. Oh, there's better. Now must see if he'll loom his tails for the next hunt ball.
Don't take it personally. It's his warped sense of humour. It's $3.80, thanks.
Keep it.
Just look. That's a 22.
Yeah, well, that's my guess, but forensic can have to confirm it.
Well, you get onto it, will you? Now, while we're waiting, we can go and search Mel Truesdale's property,
We're not
can't
going to find anything there.
Oh, turn it up. All this rubbish about a mad cow disease. The guy's got I did it tattooed right across his forehead.
Yeah, all right. His name did ring a bell, so I got Maggie to check out the DFO. What happened, Max?
He did have a shotgun. He handed it in to police in March 1989 after it blew the head off his 15-year-old son. It was his only child, so it stands to reason why you wouldn't want a gun around the place. I think we're wasting our time.
We can't eliminate him until we search his property, all right? You going out there?
Yeah, may as well.
I'll come with you.
All right, well, I'll run this mad cow thing past Tibor and see what he has to say, huh?
Well, you do that, Margaret, but it's a waste of time.
Fine.
Told ya. Didn't I?
Yeah, I'm sorry about this. Any of Mal's mates own a 22? You all right?
I'm fine.
All right, well, thanks for your help. Get anything?
No.
Hey, detective. Why don't you ask the Armstrongs if they've got a 22?
Hey, Dash, have you fixed that crime report yet? Oh, no, I'm still working on it.
Hey, Mags, do you think there's anything in this BSE stuff?
Well, Tibor doesn't think so, but he's checking it with the vet health people anyway. Apparently, this cow was artificially inseminated with British stock.
So it could be in the semen.
Well, it could be, but it's not very likely. The stuff was frozen, and we haven't imported any fresh stuff since the scare started.
Yeah, but there must be some sort of risk.
Especially if T-Boy's reported it. Yeah, I guess it must be.
Gotcha.
Are they always this bad?
The flies, yeah, but at least they're not as bad as the mozzies.
Mozzies?
Mosquitoes. You haven't got hold of this lingo at all yet, have you?
Oh, it's also strange. It's like living in a foreign country.
It is a foreign country. And you know what they say, when in Rome, do as... Not those particular Romans, of course.
It's Philip's idea to come. He's quite right, because there's no future in cattle in Britain at the moment.
Because of this mad cow thing, you mean?
Yeah, we lost our entire herd.
Really? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's very distressing. Especially for Annabelle. I don't think she could bear it if it happened again.
Oh, look, there's no risk of that. Not here, not in good old Mount Thomas.
No risk at all.
G'day, Gina.
Hi, Chris. Hi. Hello. I must be going.
Oh, can I say something? My jerry can, what's that doing there?
I was going to ask you about that, Mr. Armstrong. This cloth yours?
I haven't the faintest. Annabelle, do you know anything about this?
No, Daddy.
You own a 22?
Well, yes, but...
I've seen the guns. They're on the lock and key inside the house.
Right. I'd like to see it, please.
May I ask what this is all about?
Do much shooting?
Well, rabbits, the odd fox, but not for a while.
What about your wife?
No.
But she keeps it nice and clean.
No, darling, I clean the guns. You know your mother loads firearms.
I saw her. You do clean the gun, don't you, Mummy? I saw you last night.
Well, if this is a sample of colonial justice, I say the sooner you become a republic, the better.
Sure. Now, did you shoot your cow, Mrs. Armstrong?
Of course I didn't.
Did you set fire to the carcass?
No.
Right, well, we found a petrol can of yours and also a cloth belonging to you.
I put the cloth in the rag bag in the shed. Obviously, whoever started the fire came looking for fuel, saw the jerry can and took the rags.
So why did you clean your gun last night?
I thought perhaps we might need it.
Well, Mel Truesdale.
Well, Philip was out late.
And you were home alone with your young daughter Annabelle, were you?
Well, God only knows what Mal Truesdale's capable of if he could do that to poor Daisy.
Well, what did you expect, a shootout?
Well, I wanted to be able to defend myself and my child.
Well, yeah, this is Australia, Mrs. Armstrong. It's not the Wild West.
There's very little difference. As far as I can tell, Detective Hasham, there's very little difference at all.
Thanks, Cooper. Time's up.
Hey, where are you going?
I'm going over here.
Right, take care of this, please.
Yep. Oh, why did she do it? Insurance, maybe?
No, they're trying to establish a new breed, so the animal's worth a lot more alive than it is dead. You
Not if you had mad cow disease.
Adam, I've already told you that it's extremely unlikely that it
How
was
do you know?
PSE.
We're talking about a disease that nobody really understands. I mean, not even in the UK where they've slaughtered cattle left, right and centre.
All right, so, what's your theory, boy wonder?
Well, my theory is, look, say the cow did have it. She wouldn't want anyone finding out, would she? I mean, it'd cause a riot.
So she shoots it and burns the evidence.
No, it doesn't work. Phil Armstrong was the one who reported the shot in the first place.
Maybe they were trying to get the best of both worlds. Clean up on the insurance without letting on what was wrong with the cow.
She shoots it, he reports it, we think that Truesdale did it, and they go and torture the carcass. It fits.
Hey, who's getting the lunches?
Oh, I've got to give Tibor a call, mate.
There's lead forms driving in there.
Maggie.
Sorry, I thought you wanted me to get the bail report books up to date, Nick. There you go.
Just mine, thanks.
Really? Others better hurry, it'll go stale in the heat.
Yeah, we'll wonder.
So, how are things down at the station?
Just fine and dandy.
Be with you in a minute, Mel.
Mal's knocking them away, is he?
Yeah, yes, Len, can you take these back to the kitchen, put them in the fridge?
Yep.
Listen, what do you know about the Armstrongs?
What the promise?
Yeah.
Not a lot, why?
Oh, I just feel sorry for her. You know, I wouldn't have the heart to start all over again after something like that.
What do you mean?
Well, the mad cow disease wiped out their entire herd.
Come on, love.
Be calm. I'm coming, Mel. Did you hear about Joan Truesdale?
No.
Been rushed off to hospital.
Serious?
Been crooked for weeks, been to hospital twice, and the doctors don't seem to know what's wrong with her.
They know. I told them up at the hospital. They wouldn't listen. He knows too.
Do I?
They're all in cahoots trying to keep it quiet.
I don't think they'd do that, Mel.
Bloody pomps shouldn't be allowed in the country bringing their rotten diseases. We'll all be going down the gurgler before we know it.
What are you talking about? What diseases?
Mad cow. Don't you read the papers?
I think you have one too many of those.
I tell you, it's here. First their cow and now my wife.
Hey, here are our lunches.
Stick that in the bin. Maggie, PJ, in the office. Come on. All right, mate, you get on the Department of Agriculture. I'll inform the Chief Superintendent.
Nick, I've spoken to
Council's
Tibor.
also got to be informed. I'll do that. Doyle, you seal off the Armstrongs' property, OK?
Nick, it's not BSE.
Did you just hear what I said about Mel Truesdale's wife?
To test for BSC, you need a cow's brain.
Well, get on the Tibor.
No, I've spoken to Tibor, right? Now, he's extracted the bullet and he's whipped it off for analysis.
Good.
And as you can see, the results are negative.
OK.
Right. And we've also got forensics report on the bullet.
So let me get this straight. You shot your animal, you set fire to the carcass, and you lied to us about both matters.
You see, Mrs. Armstrong, forensic have confirmed that the bullet came from your husband's gun.
But Mrs. Armstrong, there's no law against shooting.
Misleading the police is a very serious matter.
What else could I do? You see, you have no idea what it's like to think you've escaped a nightmare and find that it's just starting all over
I want this
again.
woman charged.
Exactly what are the charges?
There's only one that I can think of, Mrs. Armstrong, and it's lighting a fire on the day of a total fire ban.
Right. Car's just out front. We'll pick up Annabelle on the way. I left her with Jean Stubbs. You remember the Stubbses, don't you? An awfully nice couple. Had us run for drinks
You're
that...
not even going to ask me why, are you, Philip?
Oh, not here, Elsie.
Why we're not here? Everyone in this godforsaken little outback dump knows anyway. And if they don't, they soon will. Bush Telegraph, isn't that what it's called?
Elsie, please.
Oh, no. Mustn't make a spectacle of oneself, must one? Even if you're dying of despair, always do the decent thing. Pretend everything is just marvellous. Always be seen doing the right thing, even if it means destroying everything you've ever worked for. We had 100 head of cattle at home. 2 were diagnosed with BSC and 4 others were suspect. But we made the decision to have them all put down. But Philip wouldn't let the authorities do it. Oh, no. It was his responsibility. He was going to see it through to the bitter end. He shot them himself. Every last one, every single-handed. I can't tell you what that was like. All day. The sound of the rifle going off. And then there was the noise of the machines that dragged the bodies onto the fires. Annabelle in tears in her room, and Philip, with his toast and his marmalade, sitting at the breakfast table, discussing share market prices with his newspaper as if nothing had ever happened. Couldn't go through it again. Don't you see?
Losing the herd like that was a dreadful shock.
Yes, Mrs. Armstrong, we understand.
No, you don't understand. I don't think you ever will.
You ready for this?
Oh, not just a pretty face, eh?
Now that is going to cost you a drink, madam. And I mean a proper drink, too.
Could be the start of a whole new career for you.
Yeah, well, that might be truer than you think.
Oh, come on, that tart's got to be good for another 100,000 K. You just got to take better care of yourself, that's all.
Yeah.
Oh, G&T?
Oh, yes, thanks.
Mrs. Armstrong, we weren't introduced this morning. I'm Tom Croydon. Oh, sorry, a bit dirty.
No, I don't care.
Look, Chris was saying that you've been having a few problems.
Over now.
I thought perhaps I might join the Country Women's Association. Who's the local contact person, do you know?
Yeah, it's Joan Truesdale.
Oh,
but-
that's super because she's an ABC.
No, but she's in hospital.
That's dreadful, I didn't know.
I'm not leaving and you can't make me.
Come on, Fez. I can't sleep.
She never had a sick day in her life till they bloody came to the Armstrongs.
I told
Not
you your
one
wife
day.
does not have CJD.
No, mad cow disease is what the
Humans,
cow
it's
had.
called CJD. Creutzfeldt
Tell her.
Jackson.
Hey, you, tell her. Tell her it's got to be that. Tell her, you silly bitch.
Look, the cow was tested. It was clear of the disease, Mel.
That's a lie. It's mad cow. They brought her with them tonight.
it
if you
doesn't
can.
work
You
like
can't.
that.
Then how come your cow infected my
Even
wife?
if the animal was infected, which it wasn't, your wife would have to eat the meat and then wait for up to 10 years for the disease to incubate. It's just not possible.
And what she got then? What she got?
She had a dizzy spell and collapsed. And that was 2 weeks ago. And Mel called us and we found her down by their dam. She kept saying she was fine, but she couldn't even stand up.
So you took her to the hospital?
Yeah, we only stayed a day, though.
Did they say what was wrong with her?
Bad dose of flu, they thought.
Yesterday?
Same thing. Only this time she was unconscious when we arrived.
You're not going to believe this, but that fan's on the blink again. Do you think you could have another go at fixing it for me? Come on, I'll shout your meal.
My choice.
Anything you like,
In that
except
case, I'll have
the
a seafood basket.
There's enough cholesterol in that to give anyone a heart attack.
all right.
And no chips. I'll get Jeannie to buy you up a cup of spice. No butter.
Shut up.
Sorry, Megs, but I'm going to park out at dinner. I'm just not feeling the best.
Okay.
Yeah, probably just paint fumes. But I would really like to get it finished tomorrow. Any chance of a hand?
No, not until my shift is over.
As he's still giving you a hard time.
Let's just say that I wish I'd never said anything. See ya.
Oi, what's this? I'm on afternoon shift every day next week.
Yeah, because that's what you asked for. Is that clear?
No, I didn't. Yes, it's clear. Can you change this?
No, I can't.
Morning, all.
It's not that simple. Good morning.
Where's Dash?
She called in and said she'd be a few minutes late.
Have you fixed up those running sheets yet?
Oh, yeah. Here they are.
Did McKinley get the bail book finished?
Don't know.
It's on your desk. Dash didn't finish it. I did.
Well, good for you, Dor.
Nick,
Margaret?
this place is falling down around our ears. The paperwork is days behind. The stationery cupboard is low. The cells have not been cleaned for days.
And you're going to tell me you think you could do a better job?
Frankly, I could, yes.
How did I guess that?
G'day, Mr. Truesdale. How's your wife?
No better.
Sorry to hear that.
You'll be even sorrier when you find out what she's got.
Hey, Mal, if you've come here to go on about mad cow disease, don't.
No, it wasn't BSE. I admit I was wrong about that. Here, take a look at this.
Rabies?
Yeah, rabies. And this time there's no mistake. No mistake at all.
All right, so let me get this straight. Truesdale reckons his wife caught rabies from the Armstrongs' camp.
Dog.
Dog.
Truesdale said she caught rabies when she was bitten by the Armstrongs' dog, D-O-G.
And presumably this cow got it the same way?
According to Truesdale, that's right.
T-Ball's getting onto the vet health labs. Hopefully they haven't destroyed the brain yet, the cow's brain, and they can run tests on that.
Yeah, but Tibble reckons it's a long shot, doesn't he?
Well, the authorities are more concerned about rabies than BSE.
Right? Rabies? Is that rabies in Australia?
Didn't a couple of people die from rabies in the 80s?
Nah, brought it in from OS.
Well, there was a suspected outbreak in Tassie, but that was in the last century.
So it could happen again.
Well, in theory it could, but T-Ball thinks it's a long shot.
Rabies epidemic in Mount Thomas, eh?
What are we going to do?
What do you reckon, mate? Sit tight and wait?
Yeah, just sit tight. Wait.
So, the Armstrong's dog bit Joan and the cow. What I want to know is who bit the Armstrong's dog.
Well, maybe it was Mal, Constable.
No, seriously, I mean, it's an English breed. Maybe it was imported.
Oh, T-Ball says that there's no rabies in the UK either.
Nah, well, they could have brought it in from the States or something. You want to check
No,
that?
it would have been picked up by quarantine this end.
Don't rabbit animals like froth at the mouth and then go around biting everything that they see?
Not necessarily, according to this. It's called the furious stage, and lots of animals miss it completely. The dog may howl and turn ferocious, attacking animals, people, and objects for no reason.
Bloody hell. Adam?
What?
What? These bloody running sheets. How can I check the bloody things when I can't... Get your feet off the table. How can I check them when they're illegible? You type them, you get them finished, you don't leave until it's done today. Oh, you finally managed to drag yourself out of bed, did you, Deirdre?
Yeah, I got a puncture
Good to
on the
see.
way here.
Get this bike out of the police station, will you? You fix it up at the end of shift and not before.
What are you doing,
I
mate?
was going to have a chat to the Armstrong.
No, I'll do that, thanks.
Righto.
You listen to me, you lot. It's been brought to my attention this place isn't running as efficiently as it should. So, Constable McKinley, after you finish putting your bike away, you clean up the cells and you clean them properly. Cooper, you finish that. Constable Doyle, you get stuck into the paperwork because there's mountains of it. We're way behind. Then you check the stationery. If we're running low, you order some more. You got a problem with that?
It'd be a pleasure.
Good. Good.
Good one, Max.
Here, boy. Come on. Look. Fetch. Fetch. Fetch.
Pedigree certificate of one bearded collie from Dalesford. That's Dalesford, Victoria, Australia.
Yeah, righto. Are you sure your animal hasn't been showing any unusual signs of behaviour at all?
Not a thing. Rabies, honestly. Careful where you throw that.
Sorry.
Thanks for your time.
I heard you talking to Mummy and Daddy. Waffles isn't sick. He's my friend and I'm not going to let anything
Nothing's
happen.
going to happen to your dog, Annabelle.
I don't believe you.
Thanks a lot, Len.
No worries.
So you finished already, have you?
Oh, no, I'm just waiting for the first coat to dry.
How's it look?
Hard to tell. Want a sneak preview?
I can't. Nick's on the warpath.
You're not staying?
No, Chris, I just came to get my lunch.
What, just yours?
Yeah. Len's getting it.
Well, isn't any truth in the talk about Joan Truesdale and the rape? We've heard about all
Rabies,
this.
he's joking.
Yes, judging by the symptoms, I'd say we're in for an epidemic of a virulent new strain of bubonic gossip.
Well, back to it, I guess.
All right, see you later. Oh! Gina? 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 Chris, will you can ambulance? Kate, get over here. Gina? Come on. You all right? Come on, Jenny, get up here, lie down, you feel better. Has she been ill recently? She's had some migraines. Any fever, vomiting? Last week, she did last week. Sore neck? Yeah. Put her in a single room. You'll be okay. Maybe did Gina happen to mention whether she was one of the paramedics that went to Mrs. Truesdale? Both times she was, yeah. Zoe, are you saying that Gina's got this flu thing that Mrs. Truesdale's got? Mrs. Truesdale's dead, Maggie. If you know where Gina's family are, I think you should get in contact with them.
No, Miss Hopkins, it's quite safe to walk your poodle. Yeah. No, there's no danger
Much
at all.
later, Adam. You just fix up the typos I've marked and I'll give you a big fat elephant stamp.
That is the fourth call in the last hour about this rabies thing.
Meal at post, do you know what that means?
Oh, don't start. I mean, you can
Means there's no
move.
such thing as a specified meal
Gina
break for any
is
member.
sick. I had to take her to the hospital. Is that all right?
What's up with it?
I think she might have the same thing that Mrs. Truesdale had. She wants to see you.
All right. I'll drop in a bit later. I'll take in some flowers from all
Yes,
of us.
that'd be nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Mrs. Truesdale died an hour ago. There was nothing that the doctors could do for her.
Maggie, if you'd like to go to the hospital, you're
No, I don't want to go to the hospital. I want to stay here and I want to try and contact her parents.
fair enough. If you'd like a bit of privacy, you can use the office.
That'd be nice.
Adam, can you get an 83 ready, please?
Yeah, that's right, we're all at risk. The whole town, everybody. Stock, our kids, our pets. And nobody's
Really
lifting a
sorry
finger to
about
help
Joan,
us.
Mel. If there's anything I can do.
Well, that Nick Schultz.
Yeah, thanks, love.
He's not fit to be in charge of a peep show.
No, he's a peanut.
Got his head stuck so far in the sand he could be halfway to China. No, it's pretty important, this exotic diseases stuff. I mean, all it takes is a couple of blow-ins with a fancy breeding ideas and exotic stock, and before you know where you are, we're dropping like flies.
The question is, are we going to let it happen or are we going to do something about it?
Well, try and do something about it? Not much we can do.
Well, we know where the trouble started. We know how to fix it.
Come on, Mal. That animal's a child's pet. There's not a skerrick of proof that it's mad cow disease or rabies or anything else.
My wife's dead. That's all the proof I need.
You're right, mate. She'll be right.
calm down, Mr. Deacon. There's nothing to worry
Mount
about.
Thomas Police?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Gordon.
Hello, Mount Thomas Police.
No, I don't think it's likely to be rabies. Why don't you take the animal to the vet? Yes,
That's
cheers,
right.
bye. Great, I'll pass that on.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
No sign of rabies in the Armstrong's cow.
Oh, good.
Mount
I'll shut
Thomas
it up.
Police? Can you hold the line, please? Nick, it's the Gazette. They want an official quote.
Hello, Mount
Nick,
Thomas Police.
Trouble. Mal and Keith and the others are on their way out to Armstrong's.
Acting Sergeant Shelton.
Well, it's Mal I'm worried about. He's capable of anything.
VKC, this is Mount Thomas 250. Do you have an ETA in the back of the Armstrong property with code 5 here?
Mount Thomas 250, stand by.
Nick, do you want the best?
No best. I know some of these blokes, they're mates. Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong, this is the police. Stay where you are. Greg Duncan, how are you? You good?
Come on, boys, hey, do something.
If you're not prepared to do it, then we will.
Listen, that cow, there's no rabies. That cow didn't have any rabies.
Armstrong, we know you can hear us.
Now, do you hear
Just
me?
give us a dog or we'll come in and get us.
That cow didn't have any rabies.
Can you hear us, Armstrong?
Greg Duncan, you ought to spend some time in the cells, mate, for criminal damage. You're going the right way.
Mrs. Armstrong.
Petty prejudices. Daisy's dead because of him.
You ought to thank your lucky stars it was only a cow you lost.
You can't have the dog.
I won't let him take it. I won't let him have the dog. Just put the gun down and step away, will you? Mrs. Armstrong, look at me, look at me, look at me. Come on, you're not doing any good. Just put it down because you're in more than enough trouble.
Yeah, more than enough.
All right, boys, now come on. There's no rabies, right? There never has been any rabies.
So you're an expert now,
That
are you?
filthy mutt bit my wife, now she's dead. What do you got to say to that, Schultz?
The dog's not rabbit. How could it be? It was born in Australia. It's an Australian dog.
Listen, if there's any rabies in this district, all our stock is at risk.
That's right.
Yeah. I'll impound the dog down the station, all right?
What the hell good's that going to do?
Well, I'll get the vet in. He can check it. He can look at it. If he finds...
The animal put down humanely.
If he finds any symptoms.
Elsie. Annabelle's gone. And she's taken the dog with her.
This kid doesn't know the country. She's frightened out of her
Mate,
mind.
what do you want to do with this lot here?
You listen to me. I can have all of you on charges, serious charges, especially you two. I haven't got the time to deal with you. I'm a busy man. I'm trying to find a little girl who's run away, a little girl who's lost, a little girl who's scared out of her brain. She's been scared by a bunch of big boys with guns. She's scared by a bunch of hysterical ratbags who don't know rabies from herpes. You've lost your gun, Purvis, and don't come begging for it back. Shut up. All of you to go home. Hide there with your guns. You stay there. I want to see you again today. And you do something you're really good at, Truesdale. Prop up the bar in the Imperial. Have a drink.
All right, come on, let's go. Come on, Mel. Come on,
Now, we've
Mel.
only got a couple of hours of daylight left. We've got to make the most of it. You've got to spread out. You know your coordinates? I'll be back at Mount Thomas Station on base, OK? You got that? Let's move out.
Oh, do you think that's wise?
Oh, shut up.
You on the keys?
Hey, Nick, I'll try to get on to
Oh,
speak.
use your bloody brain, will you? Call him again.
You're right. Here you go. You all right?
What are you doing here?
No, you know, I was just driving by. There you go.
Anybody?
Yes, VKC, I did hear you, but I repeat, the terrain is difficult. Another dozen members would be useful.
Request noted, Mount Thomas 250. We'll do the best we can.
Thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing.
Portable 850. Nick, do you read me?
Go ahead, Dash, you found her?
No, but we've just seen Truesdale and Purvis and a couple of the others. It looks like they've formed their own little search party. Nick, do you read? What do you want us to do?
Just find her before they do. Just find Annabelle before they do.
Portable 851 to VKC.
We've got a casualty here. Get an ambulance.
Get the drip set up quickly. I'm sorry, you'll have to wait here.
Oh, no, fair enough. Where the bloody hell have you been?
Gina's dead, Nick.
She's what?
She's dead.
Mate, she's got the same symptoms as Gina and Mrs. Truesdale.
What? What, the kid?
No, it's Maggie.